Was California stolen from Mexico? The short answer is unequivocally yes. Let's go over this infographic real quick. The context before the U.S. took California. California was part of Alta California, a Mexican territory since 1821. That's when Mexico got its independence from Spain. Obviously, there were Mexicans and indigenous tribes already living in California. But the United States was landlocked. They had no access to the Pacific. And there were benefits to having access to the Pacific, such as trade with Asia and a military advantage. But the United States needed to get general support for this expansion, so they used religion. And that was called manifest destiny. So they had a right from God to be able to expand westward. So there were several diplomatic attempts were made by the United States to purchase California and New Mexico from Mexico, and Mexico refused. They seen these attempts to purchase their territories as disrespectful. So how was California taken? Mexico, they allowed white settlers into their territory of Texas, but ultimately these settlers wanted to annex themselves to the United States, and the United States saw this conflict as an opportunity to wage war against Mexico and get access to the additional territories to have access to the Pacific. And the United States ultimately won that war with Mexico and signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo that ended the war, and Mexico was forced to cede over half of their national territory for $15 million, which was mainly for the destruction of the war, not a sale of the territory. So the aftermath of all of this was California Mexicans lost land rights. Indigenous populations were devastated as they were removed. And this was more exacerbated by the gold rush as settlers displaced even more native populations. So the end result were these territories were absolutely stolen. And that included California.